Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Terra Arisen. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this campaign setting for Cepheus Deluxe, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about the history of the setting. For a century and a half, Terra was exploited by the Reticulan Empire. Now, after the bloody 22-year-long Terran Liberation War, humanity enjoys newfound freedom and is a rising power in interstellar politics. What follows is a brief history of Terran space since the Reticulan invasion of 2082, up to the present day of February 2260. The first entry is 2082 to 2190, Reticulan conquest, and the Earth Federal Administration. In the late 21st century, humanity's focus was entirely inwards. Apart from a few privately owned space tourist outfits and several abortive attempts at belt mining, humanity did not pay much attention to space. Then the Reticulans came. In 2082, several Reticulan capital ships belonging to House Thyregin appeared in Earth orbit. The Reticulans were cunning. They played a game of divide and conquer with the various Earth governments, goading them to the brink of global nuclear war, then appearing as the saviors who prevented that war. In a matter of months, Earth was transformed from a chaotic collection of independent nation-states into a global client state of the Reticulans, the Earth Federal Administration or EFA. Any open revolt from former nation-states was brutally crushed. The FEA was a repressive, collaborationist puppet state whose main purpose was to facilitate the extraction of raw materials for House Thyregin's manufacturing sector and the larger Reticulan empire. The FEA permitted few freedoms to its citizens, but it did establish 9 major interstellar colonies and several minor ones, developing humanity's own sphere of space around Earth. The Reticulans, meanwhile, were eager to learn more about their new subjects. Horrors abounded. Reticulan scientists used humans as lab rats for various biotechnological experiments. Then we have the next entry, 2190 to 2232, Chiwak Wars, Returnist Circles, and Resistance. For centuries, the Reticulan Empire has fought sharp, inconclusive wars with the Chiwak Holy Dominion, far to rimward. The two empires have always clashed over the rare habitable worlds on their shared border. In the late 22nd century, the Reticulan Chiwak frontier flared up again, culminating in a massive Chiwak offensive against Reticulan border worlds. The Reticulans quickly deployed forces to counter the aggressive Chiwak, including alien auxiliary troops. The Reticulan Empire now demanded more from Earth than just its natural resources. Faced with a string of defeats on the Chiwak front, the Reticulans had little recourse but to further arm the Terrans and hastily industrialize Terran worlds to tech level 12 when it comes to standards for war production. The EFA supplied millions of auxiliary human troops to fight on the Chiwak front. The Reticulans also upgraded the EFA fleets. What was once a glorified police and counterinsurgency force became a modern star navy. Those human veterans of the Chiwak Wars who returned to Terra saw their world under a cruel alien yoke. Almost all of them suffered from lingering injuries and post-traumatic stress disorders. Veteran support from the EFA was not forthcoming. In response, these veterans formed the Returnist Circle to help those who were having great difficulty readapting to life on Terra. Among these veterans, a former combat medic named Vera Singh rose to prominence in the 2220s and became the unofficial voice of the Returnist Circles. The EFA took a dim view of the Returnist Circles, and by 2225 they were outlawed. However, by then the network had formed deep roots in the Terran populace. From the Returnist Circles rose the Terran Coalition, which began a guerrilla war against the EFA regime and its Reticulan masters. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about the Terran Revolution. The way that political and military matters proceed is quite realistic. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.